beginning with a crunch. So fingers to temples, elbows wide, tuck your chin in and take your eye gaze between your knees as you peel your head and shoulders off the floor. Now a reverse crunch. So keep the knees bent at 90 degrees. Hinge from the hip, lightly tapping the floor with your toes. Bracing the core to keep your lower back close to the floor. Integrate the upper and lower abs with a C crunch. Bringing the chest towards the thighs as you lift your feet from the floor. Holding the knees above the hips, we just pulse the crunch here. Again, chin tucked in, reach your arms long and low. Taking it back to a C crunch this time with the arms and legs extended. So your legs go to 45 degrees, bracing hard through the middle to stop the back from arching. Second set, coming into a side hover. So set the elbow directly underneath the shoulder, the bottom knee is bent. Lift the bottom hip, squeeze your bum to push your hips forward and stack your arms on top of one another. You can stay on the bottom knee or extend the leg so that the top leg is in front. From here, we take a pulse. Lifting the hips, just a small movement, staying in the top half range. Now we rotate into a plank here. Check that your shoulders are over your elbows. You can drop to your knees if you need to, especially if you feel it in your lower back. Just squeeze your thighs. You want a long, straight, flat back. Bringing it back into that side plank now. Again, you can drop to that knee if you need to. Think about squaring the hips towards the front. And one more time this side, we're going to add on the hip lift. Sit coming down to the mat, turning yourself around. We're going to repeat from the beginning. So rolling back down onto the floor, fingers to temples, starting with the crunch. Okay, let's go. So you want to slide your top ribs towards your hip. Try and crunch a little bit higher this time. Reverse crunch. Keeping your heels away from your bum, lightly tapping the floor. Ready to put the moves together into the C crunch. holding the legs up and just pulse. Feel a little heat created in the abdominals. One more set here as we add on the extension to the C-crunch. If you need to bring this exercise down, you can always take the toes back down to the floor, keeping the knees bent. Then we come into the side plank, elbow under shoulder, bottom knee bent, squeeze your bum and push your hips forward. And then stack the arms on top of one another. Remembering you can stay on the knee or come back to the knee at any point. You can try and extend the bottom leg. Ready for the hip lifts. Remember, it's just a small movement as we lift the hip and stay in the top half range. Keep it going, trimming the waist here. One more time for the plank. So check it. Eyes down and forward slightly. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs, pull your kneecaps up, long, straight, flat back. And again into the side hover. Lift the hips. Now we're going to finish your 10-minute workout with posterior chain exercises, so working the back of the body. You want to press your feet into the floor and squeeze your bum. You're going to lift the chest off the floor, working the lower back and the glutes. So eyes down to keep the neck in line, elbows wide, and press your feet into the floor. So from here we're going to add on an arm extension. So we bring in the work for the upper back. So you lift up, extend your arms out by your side, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then bring the fingers to temples to lower. Now rest your head on your hands and just lift the legs from the floor. Again, squeezing your bum and trying to get the front of the thighs to lift off the mat. We take it into a flutter kick. So just small movements, long straight legs. One more exercise, we lift everything up. So arms and legs are straight. We lift the chest at the same time as we lift the legs. Awesome exercise to improve posture and strengthen the back of the body. Now put your hands by your shoulders, push yourself up, pull your hips back onto your heels just to release the back. And that is your 10-minute ab trimmer. Good work.